Hey, what is up YouTube? TDNRider here, coming at you with a new series called Deck with Potential. This time I will profile this deck. This is a Genex Mermail Atlantean deck, which is pretty hyped at the moment. So first off, I will profile the deck and afterwards I will show you some good combinations. So let's get started. I run double Genex controller, I run triple Atlantean Dragoons, double Atlantean Heavy Infantry, triple Atlantean Marksman, triple Deep Sea Diva, triple Genex Undine, one Gorse, triple Mermail Abyss Lind, double Mermail Abyss Megalo, double Mermail Abyss Spike, and one Elemental Lord. To the spells and traps, I run one Allure of Darkness, one Dark Hole, one Heavy, one Monster Reborn, double MST, one Pot of Ares, double Salvage, triple Abyss Sphere, one Mirror Force, one Solemn Judgment, and double Solemn Warning. So as you can see, this is a 41 card build. I'm not completely done with it yet, but it's pretty good. So now, to the side deck, I run triple Maxi, one MST, one more MST for D-Fishers and Macrocosmos, cause Macrocosmos and D-Fisher wrecks this deck pretty much. I run double Dust Tornado for the same reason. I run triple Ghost Match, triple Royal Decree, and triple Shadow Imprisoning Mirror. Moving to the extra deck, I run one Armory Arm, one Cataster, one Flamen Uruquikas, don't know how to pronounce his name, one Black Rose, one Gangnir, and that's it for the Synchro monsters. Moving to the XYZ monsters, I run one Diegusto Phoenix, one Gahi Gantenutsu, one number 70 Leviathan Dragon, one Acid Golem, one Wind-Up Sandmains, one Abyss Dweller, one Evilgishki Marrowgeist, one Gagaga Gunman, one Utopia, and a Big Eye. So that's it for the profile, and now I will move to the combinations. So, in my opinion, the best card of this deck is Genex Undine. Well, I will read its effect. It reads: when this card is normal summoned, you can send one water monster from your deck to your graveyard to add one Genex controller from your deck to your hand. So this is only its effect is a +1. You normal summon it and you add a Genex controller, so it's a +1. But the cost to the cost to add this Genex controller to your hand is sending a water monster from your deck to your graveyard, and I said it's a cost, and it is. So basically you summon this, add your Genex controller, and you, as cost, you send either Atlantean Dragons, Atlantean Heavy Infantry, or Atlantean Marksman to the graveyard, and their effect will be triggered. They have different effects. Dragoon is a searcher. He can search every Sea Serpent monster from your deck when it's sent to the grave by a cost of a water monster effect. The cost, not the effect, sorry. The Atlantean Heavy Infantry, the same trigger, but it destroys a face-up card. And Marksman, same trigger, but it destroys one set card your opponent controls. So pretty basic stuff. So this card is actually a +2. cause you summon it, you add your Genex controller to hand, then either you search your deck for a Sea Serpent, so it's +2, or you destroy the face-up card your opponent controls, also +2, or you destroy the set card your opponent control, also +2. So this only card, normal summon, is a +2, which is absolutely good, but actually it's even unfair. Like, you summon it, well, what will you do? You will warning it? Well, you're warning my normal summon of a level 3 water monster with 1200 attack. Well, okay. So, then to the other basic stuff, I run triple Deep Sea Diva. This card is like a tour guide, but it's level 2. It can special summon 1 level 3 or lower Sea Serpent type monster from your deck. It's a tuner also, and it searches for your heavy infantry or your marksman. Then you can attack with marksman and special summon another. Special summon another Atlantean Sea Serpent level 4 or lower monster from your deck. Or you can overlay with Deep Sea Diva and Heavy Infantry to go into Gahi or Phoenix. Or you can even go for Heavy Infantry and go for an Armory Arm. Or you can go for Deep Sea Diva, Marksman and then Catastor. Whatever you want. Then I run 1 Gorse. Gorse, just being Gorse, is a good card and it's also a dark. But speaking of the darks, I run 1 Allure, cause this is the main card, as I said, and it searches this card and Genex controller. And in your hand, this card is pretty dead, so you just use Allure and then you can banish it. Well, it doesn't do anything in your hand. And if you don't have it in your hand, you can just banish your Gorse if you want to, if you wish to, or yeah, whatever. So that's it for the Genex and Marksman. Now moving to the Mermail, the triple Abyss Lint. This is a pretty broken card. Its effect reads, if this card on the field is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon 1 Mermail monster from your deck. It doesn't have any other conditions, like it doesn't have to be level 4 or lower or 1500 attack or less. It's just 1 Mermail monster, which is absolutely epic. But it cannot search itself, which is okay. You won't do that. Most of the time, you go in Mermail Abyss Megalo. This card is also a pretty broken card. As I saw this card first, I just thought, well, you got to discard 2 water monsters, special summon this card. It's a 2400 beater. Well, okay, not too bad, but not that good. But the discarding to special summon this card is a cost. So this card works absolutely well with the Atlanteans. Yeah, I think this doesn't need any more explanations. So the double Mermail Abyss Spike. Its effect reads, when this card is normal or special summon, you can discard 1 water monster to the graveyard, add 1 level 3 water monster from your deck to your hand. Level 3, you got a lot of targets with this effect. You got your Marksman, you got your Undyne, or you got your Abyss Lint, which are every of this card are pretty broken in itself way. So you can check, now I need more the Mermail, or I need more the Genex Undyne to get +2, or the Maskman if the field is open. And yeah, this is just a really good card. And the last monster is the Elemental Lord. This card is really broken. Like 99% of the time you summon this card effectively without your opponent having a whaler, you win the game. Its summon condition says you must have you must have exactly 5 water monsters in your graveyard. It's the same, or it's a similar summoning condition to Grand Soul, but in this deck you have so much control of your graveyard, you don't even think. And when it's summoned by this way, you discard 2 random cards from your opponent's hand, which is broken. Yeah, it's just broken. But it also, I guess Konami doesn't want to make this card too broke, so it gave him a negative effect, which reads: if the card leaves the field, skip the battle phase of your next turn. Well, as I said, when you summon this effectively, you pretty much win the game. Now, these are spell and trap cards which are pretty stable in every deck, like Monster Reborn, Heavy Dark Hole. This card doesn't need special explanations. Then Port of Ares. Since you have so much control of your graveyard, you got easily 5 monsters in your graveyard or even more, then you can just recycle them and draw 2 cards of it, so it's a +1. Then I run double Salvage. Most of these cards are 1500, pretty much all of these are water monsters, and most of them do have 1500 attack or less, so there are good targets for Salvage. This card doesn't need any more explanations, I guess. Then I run triple Abysphere. The combination with this card is it's searchable by Mermail Abyss Megalo, which is a pretty broken effect, and you can its effect reads: special summon 1 Mermail monster from your deck. Its effects are negated. You cannot activate any spell cards, which is the downside of this effect, but this doesn't really hurt you. When this card leaves the field, destroy that monster. Destroy this card during your opponent's next end phase. So most of the time you just activate in your opponent's end phase. Then you special summon Mermail Abysslind. Then in the end phase you destroy this card and discard. This card gets its effect off and special summon this card. And then you have a 2400 beat out, which can tribute 1 card to attack twice. So you got 4800 attack out on the field with only 1 card, which is also good. Then I run 1 Mirror Force. Just protections. This deck is pretty consistent, but sometimes it gets pretty dead draw, like double controller. This happened to me like in the last 3 games 2 times, which is pretty bad. But yeah, I still wanted both games, which is absolutely ridiculous. Then I run 1 Judgment, just being Judgment, needs no more explanations, and double Warning for Black Roses and yeah, most of the time Black Rose or just monster opponent I don't want my opponent to have. So that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I would recommend you, and I would be very pleased to subscribe to my channel. This is the first time I'm making this series, and let me know in the comments if I should keep this up or if it's just for this deck. And see you guys next time. TDNRider signing out.